This is Bill and Barry's Low Budget Podcast. Now, I don't reckon I know what a podcast is, but whatever it is, this here is one. And now, two fellers that make a cow go oink and a pig go moo, Bill Watt and Barry Patilla.
Bill and Barry's Low Budget Podcast. Hello, I'm Barry Patilla.
And I happen to be Bill Watt.
Yes, you just happen to be Bill Watt. And we haven't done a show in the past few weeks, and I apologize. Bill once again managed to screw up a holiday. I mean, it's amazing. Every holiday, Bill manages to mess something up.
That's the third time in as many months as I've been deported. So, I mean, what am I going to say?
Well, it is. I mean, Bill, and he asked me about his Halloween costume, and I said, I think it's a bad idea, but he did it anyway. Bill went as a Venezuelan farm worker. And so he's walking down the road. He's got his Venezuelan farm worker outfit on, right? Halloween.
Well, not only that, but I also had a boat in tow.
Yeah. A boat in tow, yes. Boy, howdy! You have to be careful. I mean, even if you're fishing, I mean, or if you're whatever, out for a pleasure cruise on your boat, I mean, you better watch out.
Yep. It's funny how we don't, blow billionaires on boats that haven't paid their taxes.
No, we don't. We don't. That seems like maybe we should. I mean, if that's the way we're headed here,
if that's the kind of way we're operating. We shoot first and ask questions later.
That's the way. That's the American way, my friend. That's the American way. Shoot first.
It's kind of like Dirty Harry, kind of the way he approached things. Is
yes.
Not Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry back in the 70s?
I don't like your tactics, Callahan, but you get results.
That's right.
Exactly.
Bam, bam. Stop or I'll shoot. Yeah, right.
I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, you might be shooting the wrong guy, but, better safe than sorry, I always say.
That's right. You can always ask for forgiveness later, right?
Absolutely, at the funeral. I don't necessarily want to make this program political. I don't think you would mind it at all, but why do you think I wouldn't mind it? I mean, because you like to shake things up and stir up trouble. I mean, that's what you're all about. And I'm as a great president once said, I'm a unifier, not a divider.
Well, that same one that we're talking about, that you're talking about, that you're quoting, I happen to have a quote from him.
Do you really?
George W. Bush.
Absolutely. How'd you know?
W. He said, this is one of his more well-known quotes. He said, "Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we."
Neither do we. That's what we're doing now, I think. But anyway, yeah, you're right. There's always a new way to harm your people, and we need to stay on top of that. Besides, I don't want to start an online nuclear war.
Nuclear, yes, right. Yeah.
Nuclear war. But anyway, this whole FIFA? This whole FIFA thing is I mean, there have been some embarrassing moments, but this takes the cake.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like basically it's a participation trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, and it's Come
on, I need a trophy too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
didn't get the Nobel Prize. Didn't get the Nobel Prize, so let's come up with something else. And apparently, this guy, the president of the FIFA organization, which is a soccer or as they call it, football club, and they know all about the world peace. They're experts on the political landscape.
Well, we know how soccer What a peaceful game soccer. Soccer crowds are known for their peaceful behavior.
Oh, well, they really are. We've seen some really peaceful soccer matches. But apparently, this guy is good friends with the president. So it
doesn't surprise me.
I read this online, and I like this. At no point during the 23-year span that the Three Stooges shorts were produced, from 1934 to 1957, could some of the greatest comedic minds of their time come up with a skit more grotesquely absurd than this man, and it has a picture of the president, this man placing a fake Peace Prize medal over his own head.
So they compare that to the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just it's embarrassing, and even the support. And I'm not trying to be ugly here, but even the supporters of the president should realize. I mean, it's fake. There's nothing legitimate about it. Nothing whatsoever.
Yeah. And I'd say it about anybody. I mean, I'd say it about anybody. I don't care, Democrat, Independent, doesn't make any difference.
If Obama had
absolutely
accepted this, he would have faced the same scrutiny because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is.
I've got some random stuff you might be interested in that I just learned.
Bill, I love your random stuff.
That you might find fascinating.
Let's hear it.
And that our listeners might as well.
Let's hear it.
Did you know that the accordion?
I like the accordion. Let me just say, I like the accordion.
Well, I'm not the least bit surprised that you like the accordion.
Thank you.
You were a big fan of Lawrence Welk, were you not?
A one and a two.
Well, the accordion is North Korea's most popular musical instrument.
Well, that makes sense. If I like it, yes.
I mean, and believe it or not, it was once compulsory that you had to learn how to play it.
Really, it was required, or I guess they would
required learning. You had to learn how to play it.
Put you in a stadium and shoot you.
You see all these black and white films of life in North Korea.
Right.
And I'm thinking, when I read this, I'm like, haven't these people suffered enough
to have to listen to accordion music and play the accordion?
Right.
Yeah. It's
But
a shame.
I wouldn't have thought that. But anyway, in 1976, an unidentified woman sued Disneyland.
Yeah.
Because one of the three little pigs groped her. Wow.
Trying to think of a comeback on that one, but I really can't. I'm sure if I put a little bit of thought into it, I could come up with something. I'm not going to touch it.
I think we need to let our listeners do that.
Yeah, we'll come back. One of the three little pigs groped her.
She sued Disneyland. All right.
Okay.
Not Disney World, Disneyland. So
That's California.
It took place in California.
Yeah.
I guess there's kind of a theme here, but anyway, St. Nicholas of Myra, a.k.a. Santa Claus, since we're approaching the season, we're in the midst of the holidays. Of course, we have been since August, but anyway.
True.
Santa Claus was originally the patron saint of thieves and prostitutes.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Ho, ho, ho.
Santa's got a past.
He's got a past.
Who knew?
I did not know. Wonder what Mrs. Claus did. I wonder if she knew when she married him.
I wonder how they met.
Well, what are you implying? We're going to get complaints on that one. That was Bill, by the way. That was Bill.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Maybe it was Epstein. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe there's some photos of Epstein and Santa, together.
I don't know. Anyway. It has been found, supposedly this is true, it's been found that farting reduces high blood pressure.
Really?
So that's an excuse as you get older. If you do, then you say, well, look, I'm just trying to. It's just my doctor told me this is good for my blood pressure.
Right, like you're out shopping or at a restaurant and you fart and people stare and say, "Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Just watching my blood pressure."
That's right. Then get up, check your blood pressure. As you're just
right.
And a 2014 study. Again, illustrating just how the dumbing down continues with us.
Right.
A 2014 study revealed 1 of every 9 Americans believes that rather than a programming language, HTML stands for a type of STD.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could tell someone that you have HTML, and they give you some antibiotics for that.
Also, another random fact I wanted to pass along, and I didn't realize this. I guess it shouldn't surprise me, but China makes 70% of the world's air conditioners.
Really?
58% of the world's shoes.
Okay.
And prints 90% of the world's Bibles.
Really? Now that last one's kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. I wonder
So,
what the
anyway.
percentage of electronics. I'm sure they do a lot of electronics and stuff as well. You see a lot of
I'm sure they do.
things made in China.
I'm sure they do.
Interesting. But the air conditioners is kind of a surprise, too. You wouldn't think. Don't know why.
You know, they're also really big into like building infrastructure everywhere, in Africa and every other place. I mean, they're really, it's pretty amazing what the Chinese are doing over the world.
They take it over.
be paid.
They take it over. That's what the old folks would say. They're taking over. Oh.
So anyway, just
Yeah.
a few random facts I thought I'd pass along to you, and I hope that that's a benefit to you somehow.
It is somehow, and I'll figure it out at some point. Speaking of the holidays and gift giving, have you picked my gift out yet, Billy?
Well, I really haven't put any thought into it, and I won't.
Well, you
put
never
much
do.
thought
I mean,
into
you never
it.
do. So
I won't put much thought into it.
no,
But,
no.
I'll see what I can come up with. You know, I plan to go to Five and Below at some point here this next week.
Right. Well,
And
I appreciate
so,
that. I
I'll look
appreciate
around
that.
and,
I'll look around at Dollar Tree for you something. Survey of adults in a relationship found clothing, shoes, and underwear are among the gifts men rarely get right when purchasing a gift for their lady. Do you buy those things for the wife?
Well,
I really don't.
then again,
I stay away from stuff like that because I know I'm going to get it wrong.
well, again, what's the list? What's on the list?
Oh, it's on the list. Let's see here. Clothing, shoes, and underwear are the worst as far as men buying gifts for women, as far as getting the wrong thing, the wrong type.
Well, that's why I let her do that.
Yeah. You let her buy her own underwear and
Well, I mean, it's not let her buy. I
shoes
mean,
and-
you know, she makes money like I do. I mean, but I mean.
Whoa! So since she works, she can buy her own stuff. Is basically
No,
what
I'm
you're
just saying.
No.
what I'm
That's
saying
what
is
you
that
said.
She's much better at picking out what she wants.
Well,
and
she's
what she needs.
she's better at most everything in the relationship. So.
Well, you're absolutely right
I
at that.
mean, it's not a stretch. So, what is the worst gift you've ever received, Billy?
The worst gift I've ever received.
The worst gift that you have ever received for any occasion. Can you think
I'm
of
sure I
something?
can come up with. I can think of. Well, I can think of the most disappointed I was when I
Yeah.
got a gift when I was 10 years old.
Oh,
Well, not
I
10
don't want to
years old,
hear
I
any
think-
sad childhood stories. That's sad.
Well, no, I mean this was like, but this one was. I mean, this was one of those moments that, you know, that I'll forever remember, and it was very disappointing, and it was it was an awful gift.
Yeah? What was it?
Well, I wanted. Actually, I was about 6 or 7, and I wanted my own soda fountain.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Sears catalog, but it had like
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
Pepsi thing and some cups.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about, sure.
Yeah. I wanted I wanted to be a soda jerk. Okay.
Well, you got the jerk part at least.
I knew. I was giving you an opening there. I knew that's what you'd go for.
Thank you.
So I got all excited. Of course, I never could sleep on Christmas Eve. You know, and just never could go to sleep on Christmas Eve. And so I got up really early that morning before anyone else did, and I went down, and I'm looking beneath the tree, and I don't see it, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I can't find it. Get frantic, and finally I lifted up a limb, and I look up under there, and there was a 6-pack of Coke.
You got a 6-pack of Coke instead of the soda machine. Yeah. See, I know this is a real issue for you, and I know
Yeah,
that it has
6-pack of
affected
Coke.
your life
My mother-
because this is the first time you've told that story on the podcast, but I've heard that story probably 15 times from you.
I've told it to my students. I have told it to my students. I really have. You know,
I bet they laughed.
This is.
I bet they laughed.
I bear deep emotional scars.
You
from this
do.
experience.
You tell that story at every opportunity. And I always feel
do,
bad
yeah.
about it because, you know, I mean, I personally would have preferred the 6-pack of Coke.
all of my many failures in life are due to that one incident. I think.
Absolutely. Well, you got to find something to blame. Might as well be that, right? Now, that's the worst gift. What about the worst Christmas bonus? The worst Christmas bonus.
I mean, I've never gotten a good Christmas bonus that I can recall.
I'm thinking of National
never
Lampoon's
remembered.
Christmas Vacation. You know, he's thinking he's going to get a big check, and he gets, Jelly of the Month Club or whatever.
Yeah, Jelly of the Month Club. That's pretty bad. I'm trying to remember. Usually it was money. I can't remember.
Yeah, the gig we did, we got to cash, you know, which
We
was,
also-
it wasn't
we
bad.
also
It was
got-
not a bad Christmas bonus.
No, we also got. Didn't we used to get a turkey
I don't remember a turkey.
at Thanksgiving? I don't.
I
don't
didn't.
know.
Maybe they gave you one. They didn't give me one. Thanks.
Well,
Appreciate
sorry.
that. You always were the boss's fave. No, wait a minute. I'll take that back. You weren't.
But yes, but I can't recall anything other than cash.
Right.
Not that it was a lot, but
It was better than a lot of places. You know.
It was. I was grateful to get anything.
I mean, $500-$600 is what I got. I mean, at Christmas and.
Hey, speaking of which, I don't know why I thought of this, but
you didn't catch that, by the way? That was the higher number than we got, and I was hoping you would say, "What? You got $500 or $600?" I didn't get that.
I know you didn't. I glossed over that because I knew you were lying.
You're an idiot.
But did you, when you were growing up, did your mom have green stamps?
Oh, yes. S&H green stamps and top value stamps that were yellow. And when we were kids, we would help fill out the books to get those at Winn-Dixie, I think. Gave those out, as I'm sure some other stores, maybe A&P or whatever. But, absolutely.
They were specifically S&H green stamps, weren't they?
They had S&H, yes. But some stores had top value that were yellow. But they worked the same way. You just fill the books up with those stamps. You'd get so many depending on how much money you spent at the grocery store. And you fill those up and you take the books. I want to say that the store where you redeemed those, either the S&H or the top value, I want to say it was in Bessemer. I may be wrong, but I want to say it was in Bessemer. I remember Mom and Dad got some lamps that they had for years, real nice lamps. That they traded in for.
Nothing like lamp that's on the Christmas Story.
Hey, you can buy those. The leg.
Yeah, the
leg lamp. You can actually order those online. Yeah, that's not the one they got for the green stamps or whatever, but it's regular lamps. But yeah, I saw that actually the Christmas Story lamp online the other day. You can order that. I think that would look lovely in your home, Bill.
A leggy lamp.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about S&H green stamps, though. I sure had.
I was looking here at a story that is out of Virginia, and apparently this raccoon. You ever encountered a raccoon?
I've had raccoons on the back deck, the back porch. They'll sit there and eat from the garbage, and it's fun to watch because they actually use their hands to eat like
they have hands.
People, well, I mean hands, but they hold stuff like a human does. In the same way they do. They hold it.
How gauche? They don't use their hands.
Gauche. Now there's a word. There's the word of the day. Gauche. Jeez. Have you got a story about a raccoon or what?
I got a story about a raccoon who apparently broke into a closed Virginia liquor store.
Oh, really?
Yes. This is a true story. Happened recently.
Yeah.
And hit the bottom shelf where the scotch and whiskey was stored, and apparently got drunk.
Wow. I would imagine a drunk raccoon could be pretty dangerous.
I would bet a drunk raccoon would be very dangerous.
Yeah. Very interesting. So did anything happen? Did he? I mean, the owners came in and found him.
Apparently fell through one of the ceiling tiles and went on a rampage, drinking everything in the store. Apparently,
man.
And they eventually had to take it. They eventually got it, somehow apprehended it, and took it to an animal shelter.
Can you imagine being in a liquor store? And of course you can. You're in one quite often, and you're shopping, and a raccoon falls from the ceiling. That'd be crazy.
That'd be terrifying.
It would be.
But raccoons have come up on our front porch, and my wife not paying attention. Actually, we have a cat that's adopted us. That's another story. That basically is. I think the cat's like working some sort of a racket around the neighborhood and going from porch to porch.
Getting food.
But anyway,
we don't want to hear about it.
She was petting the cat and wasn't really paying attention, and reached down, and there was a raccoon.
Yeah.
And that terrified her.
I'm sure it did.
Raccoons can do some damage.
I'm sure they can. Absolutely. They got sharp little paws and stuff, little teeth. They can injure you. They can hurt you. I don't like that. And can carry rabies. So,
Yes, they can. They are rabies carriers. They are indeed.
I've got a story, and I hate to even share this story because it's going to depress you, and it's
going to depress me.
It is.
Why is it going to depress me?
Well, because it's just it's just this has been such a part of your life, and I don't know. I want to share it, but I'm going to share it. I just hope you're not too upset by this. You're familiar with the restaurant chain Hooters.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with Hooters. Yes, I am. I've never, you're not going to believe this, but I've never been in a Hooters.
You're right. I don't believe it. And I've been in one.
I knew you would believe it. I knew you would believe it, but it's the truth.
No, I do believe it. I've been in a Hooters exactly once. So what happened, I guess, is over the last few years, Hooters, they were very successful early on, but over the last few years, maybe since COVID, I don't know, but the restaurant's taken a turn for the worse financially. They went into bankruptcy protection. The original owners had sold it to some conglomerate or whatever. And after the Hooters came out of bankruptcy recently, one of the original founders regained control, right? Mm-hmm. Regained control of the company. And he is vowing a re-Hooterization.
That's a word he's invented here, a re-Hooterization?
Yeah, he says things have gotten a little out of hand with the new owners when they took over. So he's going to
were things just a little bit top-heavy as far as the corporate?
Yeah, a little top-heavy. A little top-heavy, Bill.
Yeah.
So he plans to, and this is the part that's going to upset you, he is going to return to the a simplified menu, a renewed focus on a family-friendly atmosphere, and this is the part that's going to be tough for you, more modest server uniforms. I'm sorry.
Well, that's not going to succeed.
It kind of I thought the whole purpose of Hooters, it's just not like,
Well, now, of course. And of course, the reason they call it Hooters is not what you think, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Because of the owl, right? The owl.
Well, no. Yeah, it's the owl, and that's only the original founders were wildlife lovers, and they were trying to think of a name for the restaurant. They heard an owl, and they said, "That's what we'll call it, owls." And the other guy said, "No, something similar, but to do with an owl, maybe Hooters." And the guy said, "Yeah, that's it. True story."
True story. That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
They were drinking at the time.
Yeah, that's like drunk history on TV. But it's that's not a true story. But so more family-oriented atmosphere and more modest clothing from
Will
the
it still be called Hooters?
I think it'll still be called Hooters. But again, more emphasis on the owl.
Well, if you were going to make it family-friendly, would you change it to something?
Well, I guess you would lose your corporate identity, and it'd be like starting over or whatever. So I don't know, but you would think. But anyway, you got that brand. You got the brand people are familiar with.
I got some medical news. Medical news.
This is from your doctor.
News.
This is about you from your doctor.
No. This isn't from my doctor, I believe. But this is actually courtesy of the New York Post.
Okay. A well-respected medical journal.
Oh, yes. Hard-hitting news.
All right.
Hard-hitting news. And apparently, if, believe it or not, if you're hard of hearing, Viagra can reverse some deafness.
Wait a minute. If you're hard of hearing, Viagra can reverse some deafness. So what does it? Does it enlarge your eardrums, or what does it do?
Well, it doesn't get specific at saying that, but it does say that according to some studies in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, which sounds proper, I don't know that it exists, but they highlighted a mutation in a gene called CPD, which results in a form of deafness known as sensorinial hearing loss.
What was it called again?
Sensorinial hearing loss.
Okay. One more time. What was it called? I'm sorry.
Sensorinial.
You said it 3 times. You said it differently each time. That's fine.
Well, I'm just making sure I pronounce it correctly somewhere along the way.
Okay.
Scientists from University of Chicago, University of Miami, and several institutions in Turkey, because Turkey is well known for their medicinal expertise.
Exactly, and their use of Viagra.
I guess so. That could well be. Apparently, they've uncovered that the condition could be targeted by 2 treatments. One is a common supplement, while the other is the popular drug that deals with certain dysfunctions.
Ah, interesting.
Viagra, a new use for Viagra. If you're hard of hearing, then
Well, you could go to your doctor if you're afraid of or ashamed of, your problem that you have where you need that product, Viagra. Maybe you just go to the doctor and say, "Doctor, I'm having trouble with my hearing. Anything you can prescribe for me?"
Yeah. So I offer that as just something to check into.
Well, I appreciate that. That's good. That's good.
So let me know what you find out. Okay.
I'll let you know what I find out. I actually could use something as far as the hearing. I don't hear as well as I used to. Back in the day when we were young, when I was young, you were old when I was young. But, nowadays you get like a little headphone set in your phone or whatever you're listening to. There are hearing protections. There's warnings, loud music, blah, blah. Back when we were young, you didn't have that. You had the stereo with the big headphones, and they were loud.
Absolutely.
And I listened to music really, really loud, and it really has damaged my hearing over the years.
You bring up something, I hadn't thought about this, but talking about like warnings you get in PG-13 or viewer, rating systems, our rating system for what we view.
Parental discretion is advised.
I noticed, like on a show on Netflix recently, there was a disclaimer, specified language, which I get. Okay, language. Okay, I've been warned.
Okay.
Language and smoking.
Oh yeah, they do smoking. They've always done smoking. Yeah, apparently because it's a big deal to show people smoking. Of course, back in the day on all the old shows, everybody smoked, but they don't now. And now it's a big deal supposedly, and you have to warn people if they're smoking because I guess the kids are going to say, "Oh, that looks fun. I'm going to go get a cigarette." I don't know.
Oh yeah, right. Well, anyway, yeah. So I just find that I don't know. It just seemed a bit ridiculous. But
I've seen a warning lately that I had never seen before about flashing lights for people who are there, people with certain conditions where a flashing light can trigger a seizure. So I guess they warn for that as well.
Well, I don't understand that because you go to a college football game like in Tuscaloosa or Auburn. They have the flashing lights there, especially a night game.
Right.
I mean, if you are prone to have seizures, I mean, hello, you're going to have a seizure in that situation.
Yeah, because there's plenty of the flashing lights or whatever. But yeah, that can be a serious problem for folks with.
You're a big fan of McDonald's, are you not?
I love me some McDonald's. I don't eat there a lot. I mean, I like me some McDonald's. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love?
Well, apparently,
McDonald's?
This is also out of the New York Post. I'm going to start subscribing to the Post.
I think you should. Hard-hitting journalism.
McDonald's burger, believed to be the world's oldest quarter pounder, turns 30.
Really? 30 years old. And I bet it still looks exactly the same.
That's what the article's about. It's about the fact that it hadn't really changed, and there's no foul odor with it.
Yeah, I had seen something years ago. I'm not sure if it was that same product, but something from McDonald's that didn't seem to age. And I saw one McDonald's ice cream. The ice cream didn't melt. It got warm, but it kept the same form. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, just like it didn't change. I mean, it's 30 years. 30 years. They just kept it, put it in a little box there, and kept it, and just wanted to checked on it from time to time to see how much, if it changed. And apparently, it's still there, and it still looks every bit as tasty as it did 30 years ago.
That's weird because I had a quarter pounder with cheese a couple of nights ago. Last night, actually, for the first time in forever. So it's odd that you bring that up.
Again, I'm offering that as a public service,
And it was only several hours old, so it was much better than the one that you're talking about.
Do you ever talk to yourself a lot?
No. Do you?
Yes, I do. I mean, I thought that was a common thing. You talk to yourself.
Do you answer yourself? Do you answer yourself?
Well, I have, but I've talked to myself, and sometimes I forget what I say, and I have to start all over again.
Do you argue with yourself? Because that could be a sign of a serious mental issue.
Do I argue with myself?
Like, hey, let's. For example, it'd be like, hey, let's go to Wendy's for lunch. No, I want to go to Hardee's. No, I'm going to McDonald's. There's like three of you, and you're all arguing. I mean, that could be an issue. That could be a problem.
Well, I have been known to ask a question in my head, and I'll answer it out loud. You ever do that? Like you're thinking about something, and you ask a question in your head, but then you speak it out loud.
What's sad about that is that usually the answer is wrong. But no, I don't do that either.
I think you're lying. I do think you're lying. I know you talk to yourself.
So in your head it's like, what's 3 + 3? And you say, 14. 14. I know the answer.
Well. And why does it always take longer to go somewhere than it does to come back?
I don't know, but I was talking to the wife, Trina, about that the other day because every once in a while we ride over to Tallahassee. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
And, it never, and all my life I've noticed this. I mean, it's just like if we'd take it from Jasper, we'd take a trip to Birmingham, but when you come back, it never seemed like the trip back takes as long as the trip there. And I think a lot of people find that to be the case. But it's strange. I don't know why that is. Maybe, here's my theory. Here's my theory. It's because once you get into a certain area when you're returning, you start to think, oh, this is familiar territory, so we're getting back close to home. You start feeling as though you're getting close to home when you see certain landmarks. That's what I think.
That may be true, but
Yes.
I think also it's the fact that you're so, of course, depending on what it is, but maybe you're so fixated on that destination and getting there or excited about it, and then it seems like, it takes longer because you're excited, you want to get there.
Golden
And then
Corral.
coming back.
Golden Corral. Can't wait. Bacon. But on your way back, you're full. You ate all the bacon. They kicked you out because you ate all the bacon. And, it's not as exciting going home.
Golden Corral.
More bacon. Want more bacon?
Well, I will say this now. Back in the day, here in the city of Jasper, Quincy's was where we used to always go.
Big fat yeast rolls.
Big fat yeast
Big
rolls.
fat yeast rolls. That was right
Man,
next
they
to
were
the.
good.
That was right next to the radio station where we worked, so we could just walk
Is
over
Quincy's
there.
still in existence?
I don't know. I
haven't seen a Quincy's in probably 30 years.
May have all shut down. I haven't seen one in forever.
But and everywhere, every business that's been in Quincy's since then has not been successful.
Remember Hot and
but
Now? Do you remember Hot and Now? They had the 39 cents. It's where Checkers or Rallies was there at 4th Avenue and 78.
I remember Hot and Now.
39-cent cheeseburgers, 39-cent fries. They went up to 49 cents, and everybody thought, oh, that's ridiculous, which was still an incredible bargain. But they shut down. They did. They went up to 49 cents. Oh, the humanity. Oh. So, but they shut down, and I think they all shut down. But apparently they're making a comeback. They've opened some new locations.
Oh, really? Well, that excites me.
Probably
Hot
50.
and Now. I do vaguely remember them.
Yeah. You go get a sack of them. You pull up to the drive-thru and it'll be with, the wife or whoever. They, I'll take 12 burgers and 6 fries, and then look over at the wife. You want anything?
I don't understand how, even in this day of, we've got communication and digital communication and everything's so much improved, supposedly.
Right.
Why is it that at a fast food establishment, when you go through the drive-thru, oftentimes you can't understand a darn thing they're saying?
Had one, I mentioned the quarter pounder with cheese last night. The guy talked so low we could not hear what he was saying. And sometimes maybe it's an accent or something, but this guy was just whispering. He was just, and then I got up to the window. Like, what? What are you saying, man? What?
Of course, back in the day when I was growing up, we had a Pasquale's, but we also had a local place in Livingston, Alabama, called the Dairy Bar. Every town's got a dairy bar.
Every town's got a locally owned something called a dairy bar or something like that. Now, we had the Pasquale's in Jasper. I'm not sure if it's the same thing out there in Livingston, but we did have a Pasquale's there at Jasper Square.
But yeah, the dairy bar and
or the Dairy Freeze or the Dairy something,
Yeah, and they would always say, "Thank you, thanks a million, thank you, thank a million, thanks a million," and they had a jukebox in there. And they had a song on there that we used to play called "This Is the Shortest Song in the World."
Yeah,
I kid you not, and it was like 15 seconds.
But you wasted money because you could put a whatever
because
it was
stupid.
Yeah, a penny in. I guess that's how much a song cost when you were young, or a half penny, and you put that half penny in, and you would have a short song, but you could put that same half penny in there, and which was a coin from the 1800s when you were young. Put a half penny in and listen to a full length song.
Actually, it was 25 cents, but you
really
want to tell your story.
Wow.
Yeah, 25 cents. Yeah, it was a big deal.
Normally, you would listen to songs like, "There's got to be a morning after." I mean, you're going out, you're feeling good, and there's a party atmosphere, you get your friends, and then somebody plays something like that.
Yeah.
Which was the love theme from what movie, Bill? A little trivia for you here.
That was from Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, man, I hate you knew that. Jeez.
I never saw that movie.
I watched the movie for the first time the other night. I'd never seen it all the way through. Never seen any of it, I don't think. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I did not realize that Candyman was originally in that movie. And a couple of years later, Sammy Davis Jr.
Who can make the sun rise?
Did his big hit version of it. He hated it. Didn't think it was going to be a hit, but it was huge. His only number one.
I hated it too. I hated that song too.
Yeah, it's not a bad song for what it is. The Candyman can and make the world taste good. Gotta have that good.
I thought of a song yesterday that I had not thought of in years. You know how that little song will pop in your head all of a sudden?
Sure.
And it's like you don't know why, and it's a song that sucked. But there's a group called Gallery. They sang "Nice to Be with You."
Yeah, it's so nice to be with you.
But there was another song they had called "Big City Miss Ruth Ann."
I don't remember that one.
Big City Miss Ruth. But God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Again, more emotional trauma. Just deep emotional scars from awful music we've heard during our lives.
Maybe that was the song playing on the radio when you found your 6-pack of Coke. So it's like a double trauma thing.
No, that was long after that.
Okay. Well, I hate to say it, Bill, but we are out of time. Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Bill, as always, it's been fun.
It has indeed been fun.
And we'll do it again soon. Any closing comments?
I certainly hope that you took nothing that we said very seriously, and certainly don't follow our medical advice.
No. There's roughly 5 billion people on the planet, Bill. And if I listed in order 1 through 5 billion as far as who I would take medical advice from, you would be at or near the bottom.
Would you take it? Would I rank over RFK Jr.?
No, I'd take your advice before RFK Jr.
Well, okay. I think that's okay.
That's why I said at or near the bottom. He would be pretty close to the bottom. All right. Have a good one, sir. We'll do it again soon.
All right, sir. Bye-bye.
This has been Bill and Barry's Low Budget Podcast. This has also been a total and complete waste of your time. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll be back soon with another Bill and Barry's Low Budget Podcast.